Pull my wings off. Cast me out of my own kingdom. Leave me to rot in the...
No, sister. You were always the dramatic one.
Ah! Oh!
I've got a kingdom to run.